While they devise our demise, we grow wise, upset the setup. The element of surprise is set up. It's time to upset the setup.
Hello, friends, family, and America. This is Telling It Like It Is News, Sunday, April 3rd. Hello, wherever you are. News topics for the cast today are Libya. Why are we really there? Wal-Mart CEO says get prepared for inflation, folks, as well as the LDS cannery price. What would you say? Price hike. There you go. Hiking, folks. We're hiking. Hike. Thirdly, the Chicago Tribune and a story about a mother who gave birth to conjoined twins and what the real problems of this may be. Moving on to Barack on Bahrain. And Barack Obama losing $84 billion, a big success. Talking about the GM bailout, okay? And last but not least, covered today will be America is the third world now. Right now, folks, right now. But first, as always, a message from our sponsors.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. Yeah. Listen, I come from troubled times.
Join up and get educated. Thank you. And we're back, folks. Telling It Like It Is News, April 3rd, 2011. Welcome to you and yours. Starting off with Libya. And why are we there? Two reasons, folks. Two reasons. Gold and oil. Starting off with gold. It's reported that Libya sits on what they would call 143 tons of gold. Maybe you didn't hear me. 143 tons of gold, which translates into roughly $6.5 billion worth of money. So, seeming that we are in such dire perils here in the United States, we need to get that money. And so do countries such as France and the UK and things of that nature, the UN allied forces, to do what they call international corporate gangsterism, also known as rob Gaddafi of his money. Okay? Secondly, oil. Libya sits on one of the largest oil reserves in Africa, and it's the sweet crude variety, and we want that too. Look at the defense secretary and his statements. We are looking to procure Libyan assets. Those two, gold and oil, folks. Gold and oil, and indeed we will have troops on the ground as soon as we find something else to distract the people by. Troops on the ground, troops on the ground. You tell us that they're not going, but they're going to be troops on the ground. Moving on. The LDS cannery reportedly Tuesday will begin a price hike on their stores. And some canneries are reportedly not allowing non-members of the church to no longer purchase goods there. As I reported earlier last month, you should have taken the opportunity to go if you had the resources. But in conjunction with that news, the U.S. CEO of Walmart, whose name is escaping me right now, his name is Bill Simon, had an interview with USA Today in reference to inflation and buckling your seatbelt. USA Today interview with Wal-Mart CEO Bill Simon. The world's largest retailer is working with suppliers to minimize the effect of cost increases and believes its low-cost business model will position it better than its competitors. Hoorah. Still, inflation is going to be serious, Walmart US CEO Bill Simon said during a meeting with USA Today's editorial board. We're seeing cost increases starting to come through at a pretty rapid rate. Along with steep increases in raw material costs, John Long, a retail strategist at Kurt Salmon, says labor costs in China and fuel costs for transportation are weighing heavily on retailers. He predicts prices will start increasing at all retailers in June. At all retailers, folks. Every single retailer has and is paying more for the items they sell, and retailers will be passing some of these costs along, Long says. Except for fuel costs, U.S. consumers haven't seen much in the way of inflation for almost a decade. So a broad-based increase in prices will be unprecedented in recent memory. So, folks, what they're saying to you is strap on your seatbelt, buckle up, and get ready to pay more. We should all be self-sufficient. Learn to grow your own garden. Learn to prep. It is crucial. Canning, dehydration, whatever method fits your particular region and situation, do it. Goodness gracious. Consumer prices, or the Consumer Price Index, rose 0.5% in February, the most since mid-2009, largely because of surging food and gasoline prices. Core inflation, which excludes volatile food and energy costs, rose a more modest 0.2%, though that still exceeds estimates. That's found to USA Today, folks. All right, check it out for yourself. Conjoined Twins in Chicago, people. Defying the odds, conjoined twins born critically ill last year in University of Illinois Medical Center at Chicago have reached a major milestone, their first birthday. Happy birthday to Caden and Cameron Hayes. Doctors did not expect Caden and Cameron Hayes to live this long, and even had discussed terminating the pregnancy with their mother because they were likely to be stillborn. For months after their births, the twins were unable to breathe on their own and periodically had to be resuscitated. Now, Cameron breathes without assistance, and Caden, who is doing most of the breathing for the two, is being weaned off the ventilator. The boys no longer experience crises that require resuscitation and are growing. But still, the boys' futures remain uncertain, and with many of the issues that landed the infants at the center of an ethics debate last year unresolved. Medical experts say the boys, who share a liver and a malformed heart, cannot be separated and are not candidates for heart transplant. The hospital charges exceed, at this point, $4 million. Which brings up this issue. Who is the state to tell these people or the mother that she should sign a do not resuscitate order? I'm asking you guys. Do you think that the state has the right to tell a parent whether to resuscitate or not resuscitate their child? Comment back. I'm of the belief that it's wrong, because no case such as this should be handled on a broad umbrella type policy. They should be handled individually. But then you have to think about the hospital. The costs exceed $4 million. So who's going to pay for that? Because I'm sure the insurance company as well as the hospital are trying to bail on them. I.e., that movie, John Q. Comment back, tell me what you think. Moving on.